I'm letting my hair down today because why not? And also, I need to laugh, and my hair's gonna get ruined if I laugh too hard. Jokes, people, jokes. I'm not like that. Hey, anyway, speaking of letting my hair down, we have a hairy person to talk about who got very leery at a protest. Talked a lot of big bollocks, and well, got sucker punched. So today's sort of insanity investigator is investigating Antifa girl. And Antifa girl is a very interesting person, a very interesting specimen on today's episode, because this girl has become a new darling of 4chan, or 4pol to be precise. It's them who have fallen in love with the crazy radical leftist. Now this girl received fame not for her porn career, yep, she's a porn star, or adult model, a hairy one to be precise. That's why I said she was hairy. No, I'm not just talking about the dreadlocks, people. No, she's a hairy model. Go have a look on Kiwi Farms. I can't post it here, I might get banned. No, what got her famous was being sucker punched, or rather just straight up punched in the face during a riot, in a fight, by a leader of a far right group. Now this is her only claim to fame. Her porn career is apparently not as good as Mercedes Carrera's. Now let's just talk about why they're in a riot, why they ended up fighting. Well, you see, there was a protest, or rather a free speech party, picnic, protest kind of thing by Trump supporters in Berkeley, and she, along with Antifa, the Black Bloc and other radical leftist groups, went to oppose this march, because, you know, we can't be having free speech in Berkeley. That's problematic. And of course, in typical Berkeley fashion, it starts to deteriorate, fights break out, a full-scale riot happens, and the police barely do anything to even stop it from spreading and becoming even worse. Now, what is it about the police in Berkeley? They just don't seem to stop this clear case of civil disorder. It's like they're being stopped by the higher-ups. They're like, don't do it because we're going to look bad. Just let them fight, or at least break some scuffles up. Like, it's crazy. And during some of these scuffles, this lady was in a fight. You can see in the footage that she's raring to go. She's saying, go on lads, you can do it. She's about to get in herself, and then boom, the punch goes. And bear in mind that she was there in the fight herself. So again, this is not really a case for, oh, she got punched for no reason, she got assaulted just because of who she was. No, she was in a fight, and that's what happens when you get into a fight. And of course you can see over in the media, oh, this poor lady got punched by an evil neo-Nazi. Well, you know, as you can see here in this Facebook post, she says this: headed to Berkeley to disrupt the neo-Nazi white supremacist jerk circle today. I think you'll find it's circle jerk, milady. Come on, you gotta get that one right, eh? Nervous as fuck, but determined to bring back 100 Nazi scalps. I like the reference, but when you're basically saying that you want to go there and punch some heads in, yeah, you kind of get what's going to be given to you, right? It's kind of ironic that she's saying she's going to get 100 Nazi scalps when the closest person who was actually being anyway like a fascist was her. So yeah, you got scalped, my dear. Sorry for, you know, trying to big yourself up, then going into a protest with the sole purpose of punching people and then getting punched. It's your own fault. Welcome to equality. But of course, it doesn't end there, people. It doesn't end there, because as you can see, this girl decides, oh, you know what? What would be a great thing to take advantage of this? Well, firstly, obviously, I've got the female privilege thing locked down. You know, 95-pound woman versus what is essentially a manlet. He's not that big. It was one punch. She got up from it. It wasn't as bad as she makes out. So, yeah, she's got a sucker punch. She's got the media on her side. Let's make a GoFundMe, because obviously this punch was so bad, so awful, that she's dealing with horrible side effects that will stay with her for the rest of her life. So let's go there and show us some support. Let's read it out. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's help this girl. It says here, Antifa girl hospitalised by Nazis. I mean, look at the guy. He's clearly not that bloody strong. He's clearly not anything like they're making him out to be. I mean, look, he wishes he was part of the Hitler Youth who actually could crack skulls, but whatever. As if being hospitalised with a concussion by the infamous founder Nathan D'Amigo of the neo-Nazi organisation Identity Europa wasn't punishment enough for 95-pound Louise Rosearmer for her protest at the grisly display of violent chauvinism she'd braved to take a stand against Saturday afternoon in Berkeley. Ah yeah, of course. saying she's going to go and get 100 Nazi scalps, fighting chauvinism. I like how when they big themselves up and they say they're going to attack people, as soon as they get a taste of their own medicine, all of a sudden, 95-pound woman didn't do nothing, just fighting sexism and racism. Yeah, you're totally not any better than this guy, but whatever. Let's keep that horseshoe rolling. She's since become sensationalised by the online fascist community known as 4chan as a prize target for the unrelenting viral campaign of death and rape threats to follow that seem to be increasing by the hour. Google Antifa girl and see for yourself. Because why give you the evidence? We don't owe you anything. It's the burden of proof is not on us. Go search for yourself. You'll find them. They're out there. Her identity, home and cell phone numbers, home address, emails, friends and families' residences, extremely sensitive and endangering occupational material have all been doxed and spammed across every unspeakable online message board responsible for Donald Trump's presidency. The poor girl doesn't have a place on earth to hide that hasn't been compromised, and it doesn't appear that the onslaught is going to end anytime soon. We don't even know where to begin. She's going to require follow-up medical attention, a new residence, new employment, may need to change her identity as well, but we don't want to let the fascists win either, and we're encouraging her to seek legal aid, to file suit for damages, and work to get the repulsive organisation shut down. Anything you can offer would be greatly appreciated. My heart weeps for you, my love. My heart absolutely weeps. But you know, this is what you get for being a violent thug yourself. This is what you get for being a crazy person, a little bit of a bitch. And well, I would have sympathy for the doxing, but it's not like you wouldn't do the same to that guy now, would you? Come on. We've seen people on your side do that countlessly all the time. And besides, it's probably not that hard to find you anyway, considering you're a public figure anyway as a porn star. You have all these things. Also, you have a criminal record. She has a criminal record for petty theft. And basically, it's kind of your own fault that you're so easy to find. You can't really use that for victim points, especially when you yourself are a criminal engaging in civil disorder. In an ideal world, both these people would be arrested and put into jail, but you know, we don't live in that world. It ends by saying, presently waiting for word back from support at ticharitable.org to see if funds 5 comrades, one of whom being Louise, serving as the donor advisory board of the fund, will be receivable toward the establishment of a 501c3 organisation for purposes somewhere in the range between a Democracy at Work action group and an Antifa organisation. We're going to take the fight against fascism to its economic roots. So this is what it's really all about. It's activism, or at the very least lining her own pockets, even though I'm pretty sure she must be earning a few dollars from her own little porn thing. This is what it is. It's for the money. That's a tacit admission right there. So why are these people falling for this? I mean, we know why. They're dumb radical leftists, so why are we surprised? I mean, look, one person even shared £110 for her. That's insane. Insane. Now, thankfully, they've not reached the 80,000k goal yet, and it was created only yesterday, so they've got a long ways to go, and trust me, hopefully they'll never make it, because nobody likes terrorists, nobody likes criminals like Antifa, and nobody likes people who cause fights and then can't dish it back and complain and run to the public and the media looking for money. And to add insult to injury, to show how much of a coward she really is, some Facebook messages got leaked, and this is what she had to say. And it starts off with someone going, Jesus, I'm literally a viral meme on the internet right now. You'll never hide your tracks. Misdirect. They are using me as proof of victory because they punched 95-pound female. I know. I'm trying hard as fuck right now. Well, you know, if you wouldn't stop using the 95-pound female thing, maybe none of this would have happened. Maybe if you hadn't made a big deal about it. Maybe if you actually hadn't gone out to punch people yourself and to create trouble and to disrupt a free peace rally and picnic, none of this would have happened and you wouldn't be a viral meme. Stick to the porn. I'm really scared right now and I can't have anyone questionable on my shit anymore. And this person says, what are you scared about anyway? Nazi doxing? Yes, I'm getting rape and death threats and close to 100 messages of harassment rolling through. They're even finding my modelling alias somehow, and I'm frantically trying to cover all my grounds. I don't care about your love life. I am deleting him and the majority of my friend list. Yeah, because your friends are totally doing it. That's paranoid, and to be honest, again, it's your own fault for being a criminal. And not I'm talking about the thieving, which is, you know, pretty shit as well, but this right here.
2011! So let it talk! Yeah, I'm lead for the B. I'm at the top round dogs with me. If you don't know about me, yeah, I'm, you know, yeah,
That's totally a person not looking for a fight. That's totally a person just standing up to Nazis as a peaceful protester who didn't do nothing. And now that's really all there is to her. So I think I'll talk a little bit about the Berkeley thing and my opinion on it and what kind of precedents this will set, or at least what might happen in the future. Firstly, I'm not very shocked that in Berkeley, of all places, it's been another riot. When you have organisations like Antifa, the Black Bloc, and their far-right equivalents, this shit's going to happen. And when you have a police force that is just neutered, they can't do anything because the higher-ups seem to be stopping them from trying to do their jobs because of politics. They don't want to be seen to be too brutal because these same hard left groups are going to be all over the media saying how these people are scum for using brutal tactics against them even though they're rioting. I'm not surprised that happened, and to be honest, all should be ashamed of themselves for resorting to violence. I'm worried though that the fact that the Trump supporters fought back means that now when there's another counter protest like this in another area of the world, or in America especially, it's going to happen again, isn't it? And this time it's not going to be just one group getting fought, not just one group getting kicked the shit out. It's going to be both of them kicking the shit out of each other, and there's no telling how far it's going to escalate. There's going to be deaths. Not just injuries, there's going to be deaths at some point if it continues to get worse. And it just shows the breakdown of society in a way, not to the point of anarchy, which is what a load of those groups actually want. The fact that we're so divided, we can't agree with anything civilly, that now people are resorting to violence. This climate is just insane, and nobody's actually, at least in the upper echelons of politics, is trying to address this. They seem just perfectly content to let the plebs just fight each other. But anyway, I could continue, so let's end this video right here. So this has been Charming Man 93. Like, share the video, subscribe to my channel, share the video, and until next time, I'll see you all later.